Hey, what's up everyone? Jeff Jorgensen here. How many of you military families out there don't know what your check consists of, or you're looking to join the military and you don't know what you'll get paid? In this video, I'm gonna break this down very simply. Check it out. So I've been in the military a better part of a decade, actually over a decade if we're being certain about this. In my time, I've run into tons of people that have no idea what their check consists of, what's taxable, what's non-taxable, how they can make more with the money that they're getting. The first thing in your paycheck that you are gonna see is something called base pay. This is your pay that is derived from your current grade you're in, so whether you're an officer or you're enlisted, and how many years you have been in. How many years you've been in goes by every 2 years instead of every year consecutively. So every 2 years you will get a pay increase no matter what rank you are. Officers obviously get paid more base pay than enlisted people. Base pay is taxable, so this is the biggest sum of your money besides your other pays that is going to be taxable. The second thing that you're going to see is BAS. This is your basic allowance for subsistence. What does that mean? BAS is basically your food rations. If you are in a barracks room and there is a galley, what we call in the Navy, and or someplace like a mess hall, you will not get this BAS. If you're deployed, they'll take the BAS as well because they're providing you food. Now, if you're on home guard, as we call it in a squadron, or you're not on deployment and they're not providing you food, you will get this in your check and it will not be deducted. There's 3 different types of BAS. There's officer right now, there's officer. Officer BAS is $254 and some change as of the recording of this video right now. Enlisted BAS, which is $369 and some change. And then there's what they call BAS-2. BAS-2 is $738 about. This is basically, and what it says on the actual website is, you do not have adequate food storage or preparation facilities, and where a government mess is not available, and a government cannot otherwise make meals available. So basically, you're kind of in the middle of nowhere with no way to prepare food. Very few people actually run into this latter part of BAS. More than likely, you're either going to run into officer or enlisted BAS. The second thing you're going to see, if you are not staying in the barracks, is BAH. This is your basic allowance for housing. This is dependent on 2 things. Do you have dependents? And what zip code your base is in, not where you live. For example, here in San Diego, the BAH of an E6 with dependents, that means they have kids, is around $3,012. This pay is not use or lose, meaning if you spend less than that, you keep the difference. So if you can offset your living expenses, i.e. where you live, you will increase the amount of pay that you're receiving. This is recalculated every year based upon where you live and how much the homes are going around where you're at. Now, let's say you move into a command and the BAH skyrockets. And then the next year, it goes down like $200. You will be grandfathered into that BAH rate, meaning you won't get deducted. You'll stay there until you move out of that zip code. Now, important thing to note is if you're staying in the barracks, they're not going to give you this. When you first come into the military, if you're looking to come in, you're not gonna get BAH. The only way you'll get BAH when you actually get out of basic or boot camp or wherever you're going into is if you actually are coming into the military with a family with dependents. If you're a single guy or gal coming in the military with no kids and no wife, husband or spouse or whatnot, what have you, you're gonna go in the barracks for a little bit. The next thing I wanna talk about is what's called COLA. This is an overseas cost of living allowance. This depends on three things: where you live, how many dependents you have, and your actual pay grade. So for example, I'm gonna be moving to Guam here soon, and it's about $500 every month. I have 3 dependents and I'm an E6. This allowance is made specifically when you're moving to someplace that needs to be offset because it's super expensive where you're gonna live and the regular base pay that you're gonna get isn't adequate. Then you have what's called OHA. So for example, I'm gonna be moving to Guam. They have overseas housing allowance. This takes the place of BAH. Now it's a little different because it is use or lose, meaning if you get $3,000 and you don't use all $3,000 with your rental allowance, let's say you only use about $2,200, you don't get the remainder of that like BAH. Now there is a utility portion of OHA or OHA that it is if you don't use it all, you'll get it back. There's also a one-time move-in allowance that they afford you to offset the moving costs into this area. Like I said, all of this is depend on how many dependents you have and what pay grade you are and where you're gonna be living. Now, a couple things to take into consideration with the list I went through right now. Base pay is taxable. BAH is non-taxable. $3,000 every month is non-taxable from my BAH. Anything that is an allowance is non-taxable. Anything that says pay in it is taxable. Now we're getting into special pays. Now I'm only gonna go over a couple of them. These are ones that I currently receive. I get what's called SDAP, Special Duty Assignment Pay. This is specifically because I'm an aviation rescue swimmer and it is a inherently dangerous job. So because of that, they incentivize certain jobs within the military so that they can get people to fill these positions. I also get something called fly pay because I will also be flying while I am an actual rescue swimmer. Now, SDAP is based upon danger and what job you're actually going into. There's different levels of SDAP, or what they call Special Duty Assignment Pay. Fly pay and other pays like dive pay and things of that nature scale with how much either hours you have in, your specialty. There's a whole slew of things that can increase that pay. So for example, when you first come in as an actual flyer, your fly pay is on a 4-year timer. Every 4 years, it usually goes up around $100. When I first came in, I was getting $150, then it went up to $250, and then it went up to $350. So at the end of this, if you're asking yourself, where do I find all this information out? You can get this on defensetravel.dod.mil, and you can also get it at mypay.dfast.mil. You can find out at what time, at one point in your career, if I have this many years in, if I'm at this pay grade, what will I be making a month? And then you can go into, okay, let's say I'm living in San Diego at that point in time, and I have 2 kids. How much BAH will I be getting? Let's say I want to become a SEAL or a rescue swimmer or whatnot, what have you. You can find out exactly how much you're going to get paid. They don't hold this stuff a secret. You just got to know what you're looking for. Again, I want to point out that anything that says allowance in it is non-taxable. Anything that says it's a pay is taxable. So special duty assignment pay, base pay, all of those things are taxable. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions on anything I went over, leave it in the comment section down below. I want to hear back from you. I want to make more videos about military family life, stuff like that. So if there's something that you want to hear from the time that I've been in about no matter what it is, let me know and I will make a video specifically for you. Catch you guys next time.